Welcome back to Beards and Brews. This week's review is going to be Sucker Punch, directed by Zack Snyder.
Yep, sure is.
Yeah, unfortunately this week, I don't know, Zack Snyder's fever dream or some shit.
That's what it has to be. This is the fever dream of a 16-year-old boy who doesn't leave his bedroom and only plays the PlayStation 3.
All day, every day.
Yeah. That being said, I was once a 17-year-old boy who stayed in his room and only played the PlayStation 3, or probably 2 then.
I like how you say the PlayStation 3, like it's, like an old grandma's like, oh, we gotta play the Nintendo. Murr.
I'm getting there. Anyway, my waifu is absolutely in this film.
Is she the short-haired one?
You betcha.
Which one?
I have had a celebrity crush on Jenna Malone since, like, Donnie Darko.
The one from Hunger Games, right?
Yes, I have not seen Hunger Games, but yes, her.
She's the chick with the pointy chin.
Is she the one that's related to Walter Malone?
I have no idea who that is. Oh, I see what you did there.
Yeah.
So, is this movie based on like a graphic novel or a comic book or anything? Does anybody know?
It seems like it would be, but we did a little bit of research last night. It is not. Zack Snyder and somebody else, I don't remember who, just wrote this out of the thin of their head.
It's a fucking PS4 commercial for upskirts.
Oh, Jesus. It's so hot topic. It's really hard to handle sometimes.
Oh.
But pretty much the movie starts off with a music video for Sweet Dreams.
Yeah, I was confused. At first I thought this was a legitimate commercial. Like, you get the stupid general audience stuff before a movie. But I was like, wait a minute, this is Netflix. What the fuck is happening?
Yeah, that Sweet Dreams cover was actually sung by the film's lead, Emily Browning.
Oh. So they paid nothing for it. She was already on board.
Yeah, probably. I'm sure. This will really set my career off.
Did you see the name of the sanitarium?
What was it, like Arkham or something?
Oh, Lennox House. Annie Lennox. I get it.
Yeah, me too.
Annie Lennox.
Name in the movie and use your song.
Yeah, Annie Lennox, Sweet Dreams, Eurythmics, all that good stuff.
I forgot she had a name because I just associate that song with Orange Hair Lady.
Yeah, that's her. So, something that I've been going back and forth about. Okay, you said sanitarium, which is what I assume this was. In the IMDb thing, it says institutionalized, but a little bit later they call themselves orphans. Is this an orphanage or a sanitarium? Why are these girls there?
This movie doesn't know what it wants to be, and at this point, those kinds of questions, they don't matter.
I guess not. Like, they all call themselves orphans and talk about, like, why each one of them was orphaned. Most of these girls are, like, of age. There is no reason for them to be there.
Okay. This whole movie is just a coping mechanism. That's all it is. That's the whole thing. That's the whole movie. It's called Sucker Punch because it's so fucking on the nose that it feels like someone broke it. That's all it is.
So pretty much the movie starts out, we see Emily Browning. She's obviously the lead character, this cute little blonde girl who is dressed way too young for her age. Let's just get that out of the way.
Yeah, she's 20.
Yeah, but she's dressed like a baby doll.
Yeah, not Cameron Diaz, and then she meets her best friend, soon to be not Winona Ryder, and her sister, not Charlize Theron.
Ooh. There's a lot of, like, generic in this movie. Like, oh, this person just looks like this other person.
Yeah, and there's definitely a character who they really wanted to be Helena Bonham Carter, but I guess she was busy.
Doing some shit for fucking Tim Burton.
No, doing Tim Burton.
But the opening scene definitely looks like a music video, and it has very much like an Evanescence, Wake Me Up Inside kind of vibe to it. I don't know if you all got that.
Snake me up. Okay, so this movie feels like almost like a student film where, like, man, this song is so cool. If only you could just, like, make a movie to it. And that's how this movie starts. There's little to no introduction to anything. It's just very I don't know. It's just very music video-y.
Pretty much there's mother and stepfather. Mother dies. Stepfather is abusive. Baby doll tries to kill stepfather, ends up shooting her sister, so she is institutionalized. There. All right. That's where we are.
This is a nitpick, but she fires a shot. She hits a light bulb hanging from the ceiling, and she's in the other room sitting on the floor. Now, I'm no magic bullet theorist or anything, but I'm just going to call a wee bit of bullshit on that one.
Back and to the right. Back and to the right.
A piece of glass got her.
She shot a light bulb and the plot attacked her from the closet. Shit, she's dead.
Crept up on her and gave her a sucker punch.
But did either of you guys recognize the stepfather?
He seemed very rapey.
Yeah, well, he's going to be in our movie next week, too. I knew I recognized him from something, but yeah.
Oh, that's right. He was in Rapes on a Plane. Got it.
Yes.
Uh,
This movie is so good at being a commercial for itself that it's ridiculous. You know, not to jump too far ahead, but she's indoctrinated into this sanitarium. The father pays off this other fellow with a little rat bastard mustache to...
That's Poe from the most recent Star Wars films.
yeah, it's Oscar Isaac.
Yeah.
Just couldn't stop staring at his eyeliner. But now the daughter's going to be lobotomized, and you get to see some shrink on a stage having someone, you know, act out their traumas, and it's like venture trauma on Broadway. But I was just so confused by the fact that, you know, she's about to get this lobotomy. Yes, that's the whole thing. There's a nail right to her eye. They're going to whack it. Ah, shock. And then we start getting like a flashback of all the things that led up to this point.
No. It's actually, like I mentioned earlier, it's just a coping mechanism. Like, every time she flashes into a situation, that's just her mind just trying to grasp the situation, because the current one is completely fucked.
Okay, so I know this is spoilers, so I'm going to go ahead and have you explain it to me. By the end, whenever the one does get free, that's all in her head also? And that's why the bus driver's there?
No, so that's where the movie takes a shit on itself. We'll get to that, but it's still all imaginary.
Yeah, I was fucking lost.
Sure?
Yeah, absolutely. Because
Is
like
this
that
like
guy...
fucking Memento or something?
No, Memento makes sense. But yeah, so the whole plot of this movie just revolves around this father sending his child to a sanitarium to be lobotomized so he can walk away with a bunch of money in the wheel from her mother. Fine, whatever. Pays off Oscar Isaac with his little fucking Adams Gomez mustache, tee-hee-hee, evil stuff.
Yeah.
And that's the whole movie. It's we flash. It's not really a flashback or flash forward per se. We are diving deeper into her imagination because these little skits, these little things we jump into are just her trying to cope with the reality because she is a child of the age of 20.
Yeah, definitely those like alternate realities. I know those are alternate realities, but like I'm never really sure what real reality is. I don't know, man.
It's confusing.
It's less confusing if you realize that the lobotomy is the last thing that happens.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so like when we see Dr. House come in with like this little tiny hammer about to just, you know, scramble her brains, that hasn't happened yet. So
By the way, John Hamm has like all of 3 minutes in this movie. We have a serious like acclaimed actor, John Hamm, and he has 3 minutes in this movie.
Think about that. Look up how much they paid, and that's his hourly rate divided by 3 minutes.
I mean, just enough time to ham it up.
But yeah, the Lobotomizer, which is a great thrash metal name, is going to come in 5 days, and we get another music video, this time for Where Is My Mind? Yeah, another cover sung by Emily Browning.
It's not good. Not a fan.
Yeah.
Because like when I think of that song, I think of Fight Club. Oops, sorry, broke the first 2 rules there, fellas.
Shit, man.
That's me at your door.
Hey, come in, I got pizza. No, wait! What the fuck is that?
That was me punching my own fist. Let's
Oh.
teach a lesson.
I was like, shit, Brady knocked down my door just to slap his own ass.
Left cheek, right cheek, left cheek, right, right.
But once we get there, like, we get introduced to, there's pretty much 5 main girls. We've already known the lead, Baby Doll. They all have kind of stupid names. We got Sweet Pea.
Yeah.
We got Rocket, who is Jenna Malone. We got Vanessa Hudgens, who plays a character named Blondie, even though she's not blonde. And there's sort of a generic, maybe Asian girl named Amber.
Everybody has, like, code names except her. She's just Amber. What the fuck happened?
It's
I
color
don't
of
know. Maybe that's a code name.
I don't get it.
Yeah, it's whatever. Anyway, so Sweet Pea especially, I mentioned it, but like all of these young ladies are probably 18, and if they are orphans, can live on their own if they want to. Sweet Pea is probably like approaching 30, I would have to guess.
She's a tall one.
Yeah,
not Charlize Theron.
Yeah, I get that. She's the one that starts to kerfuffle like 2/3 the way through the movie. She tries to flake out, and they're just like, "No, we're not going to." And she's like, "What?" and just walks away.
Yeah, and then she's like, "Bleh," and comes right back.
she's
Yeah.
like the one that seems like the leader, and then she's like, oh, everybody's going
Man.
with this new girl's plan. I guess I'll go along with it.
Like, I don't even want to talk about who's trying to be the leader or any kind of character development, because you don't get any time with these women whatsoever, except for Baby Doll. And like halfway through, like, no, I thought you were on my team, and they're just like, and then whatever. What?
Dude, it's 100% one of those little scenarios where you're arguing with somebody when you're a little kid, and you're like, nuh-uh, stomp, 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 stomp. Stomp, stomp,
Yeah.
stomp, stomp.
So this place is somewhere between an orphanarium and a sanitarium. We're not really sure which, but it's also a little bit of a whorehouse too.
A little bit. Well, I mean, it's
Best
rape.
whorehouse in Arkham.
Yeah, like I don't know if this is just like a bootleg strip club or if this is actually a whorehouse.
Okay.
They don't ever.
It's so weird because, you know, the flashing into the imagination, I guess it can be left up to interpretation, like what's really going on in the real world per se. So whatever.
All right. So it's supposed to be either a dance hall or a whorehouse, and that's up for debates. Now, I feel like it's a whorehouse because whenever they're like, dance, bitch, in the beginning, she's like, and starts like kind of reaching down towards her legs. And then whenever she finishes up with her, you know, snap back to reality nonsense, oh, there goes Sam. And she's like standing over there, and they're like, that was just a bunch of grinding and moaning. And I mean, did she just rub one out in front of them? What the fuck is going on?
And that Russian lady's like, wow, I haven't seen moves like that since Gulag.
That's the obvious Helena Bonham Carter character, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Either her or the chick from Penny Dreadful.
Oh, okay, I can see that. It's just all pompadour. All right.
So after a couple little scenes that don't matter, we're introduced to the theme of this movie, which recurs several times. We have finally not a cover. We have the actual album version of Bjork's Army of Me, which I guess is like, that's supposed to be like the whole idea of the movie, like you have all your weapons.
But your weapons are just TNA. All right.
I mean, maybe.
Okay.
Machine Gun Joe, please.
Austin, it's not like it looks, Vanessa.
That's not my bag, baby.
Fucking, I was kind of blown away by the fact that they go, oh, like the generic Asian character. She's like, hey, we dance to get selected to, you know. Okay, well, if you don't want to be raped by these creepy old men, why are you out there dancing so well? Wouldn't you be over in the corner, like, doing, like, some weird shit?
That's something else. Like, selected, does that mean that they're getting, like, adopted?
I don't know. I feel like this movie wants us to think about it, but this shit ain't that deep. Like,
Is
it
this
doesn't matter.
Is this a Woody... What's his name?
Woody Allen?
Alan?
Yeah, is this a Woody Allen situation where he... No, shit, that was Steven Tyler. No,
I feel
think they
gross
both
either
did
way.
it.
So
Is this like a Steven Tyler situation where he? No, it was Woody Allen.
That's Woody Allen. He married his own daughter.
Yeah, he. Yeah, is this a Woody Allen situation? You can just go ahead and leave all of that in.
Padding.
But yeah,
But
is that
no.
what we're doing here? Are we like adopting children just to like fuck them and then maybe marry them?
Listen,
And these aren't children.
no, they're not children, and
No,
also with a mustache like that, it's clearly rape. That's all. It's just a rape house. Like even at the very end, Oscar Isaac was just like he was so distraught that he was lobotomized, like because she didn't have any like humanity left. Like the raping wasn't as fun anymore.
I think he was ready to. I don't know. This is just headcanon. I'm thinking he gets off on that kind of thing. Like, oh, she's just like a limp noodle now. I can do whatever I want. They even go ass to mouth.
The movie's gross. All right. Everything it fucking does is fucking gross. Like, I am in no way a feminist. No fucking way am I a feminist. You want to show your tits and puss? Do it. But fuck, this movie portrays women in such a negative light.
If you want to show your tits and pussy, do it. That's super feminist.
Is it? Because this entire time is like, is this supposed to be empowering? And the
No,
entire time they're just like full of.
That's a feminist stance.
But the whole time they're just all just a big bag of stupid.
That's what I'm saying. You want to like show me your tits and pussy for $1? That's cool. I don't mind that. Like, I like it.
Oh.
Do it. It's still degrading, and I look at you as less of a person for it. But go
Now
for
that's not feminist.
It just goes from feminism to capitalism over that $1.
$1, bro. I'll do it. So
Make sure you check out our OnlyFans.
so where are we going? Now I'm off track.
The first time she snaps into her alternate reality when she's up there dancing.
The samurai one. Okay, yeah.
And level 1. Point.
Yes. My kid said the same shit. She's in here fighting all these giant samurai after some old dude who's like a rip-off Lance Hendrickson's like, use a sword.
Like, I kept thinking like fucking David Carradine.
Yep, there it is. I had him down as David Carradine too, pre or post asphyxiation, so either way.
He's supposed to be in the role of David Carradine, but he looks like Lance Hendrickson. I'm in Pumpkinhead and other things of note.
Of note. Like he turns into like Captain Exposition, like you need these 4 things that make no sense right now, but they'll make sense later. Okay, now kill Bill.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need a map, fire, knife, key, and the 5th one is a mystery. But in the meantime, take this katana and you've got 3 giant samurais that you have to defeat. And this movie took a very strange turn.
Yeah, it's almost like some weird Mortal Kombat wet dream.
Okay, see, I went with Dark Souls, and this chick goes out there and she gets punt kicked in the chest through a foot-wide fucking wooden door, and it's like nothing happened.
Well, it is still her alternate reality. Like, anything that can happen happens. These things aren't real.
Invincible. I'm over it. Like, there are no stakes then. You can't.
I was thinking like God of War or Shadow of the Colossus, something like that. That's what I was comparing.
I mean, either way, this anime sucks.
Yeah, and it's just her flipping around so you can see her like tiny butt cheek cusps and her camel toe as she does flips through the air, because this shit is PG-13. I'm telling you.
Yeah, this.
Oh man, it's unabashedly PG-13. Good lord, this movie goes out of its way to censor itself, which is weird because there's just like ass and tits everywhere. Like, whose court is this ball in? Like, I don't understand.
It's just like someone kicked that shit around the gymnasium.
You guys.
That's okay. Like, we have a fight scene, it's kind of trash, but like, if you're 14 and a dude, this is the coolest shit you've ever seen.
Oh, absolutely. It is a very cute blonde girl in like a schoolgirl outfit, pure like Catholic schoolgirl outfit, fighting a giant fucking samurai with a bazooka. What more could you want?
I will say this. I watched this with my 12-year-old. And he, now mind you, when it came to the story bits and, you know, all that shit, didn't give a fuck. But when she was in these vignettes doing her thing, he was 100% committed. So I understand where you're coming from.
He's like, don't worry, Pops. It's the plot.
Guns and tits, sign me up.
But unfortunately, there's no plot in this movie either.
I mean,
there is. And thinking about it is frustrating and makes me want to, like, vomit into my own pants.
Like, yeah, unzip them and just, like, I don't know.
stop
Puke all
thinking
over
about it.
shit. Just open it up. I like my dick. That's how much this movie confuses me. I would puke on my dick.
Oh man, see, I feel like just like this movie, we're just thinking about it too much. It's just like, just let it go.
I will say, like, if I haven't mentioned it before, this is a very pretty movie.
Yes.
It's pretty. It's good to look at.
I agree with you, Chandler. I did like the sets, and especially when the vignettes take off. They're fucking... Now, we'll get to vignette 2. That's where, to me, I was in. They had me for about 20 minutes of this film.
Like, I'm gonna have to be on the disagreeing side because I feel like it was just very over-stylized and kind of muddled sometimes. Just like, the only thing real... Oh my god, Chandler committed suicide. Alright.
We were talking too much shit about the movie. He's like, that was it. This is my 14-year-old wet dream, and you're ruining your... Pow!
Also, we started this cast and he already had the toe on the trigger just ready, just in case.
Let me just take a brief break to explain what just happened. Alright, so I've got a beer that, unlike normal beers, this has like a little foil top and a cork. You know, I was preparing, you know, just getting ready. I was taking the little foil top off. And I guess that's all that was holding it, because that cork just came out by itself and fucking hit the ceiling.
Jesus, that's dangerous.
Yeah!
Good thing you didn't have it in your mouth.
Yeah!
Why? I'm just thinking, why would he? You know?
Oh, because that's how he's going to go out, man.
Maybe. Anyway, let's press on.
Yeah, well, the dance ends and the fight, you know, dissipates or whatever, where you flash back to the hub world, where, like, that Russian lady's like, wow, that was hot as shit. We gotta get you on stage.
Yeah. Meanwhile, she's like, all right, I got a plan. And they're all like, what the fuck do you mean a plan? And she's like, a plan to get out of here. And she's like, you're stupid.
Yes. But then she writes on the chalkboard 5 words, and they're all like, teamwork!
Son of a bitch, I'm in.
Yeah.
And, like, I forgot what triggers the next dance. What was that about?
She's the distraction.
Oh, yeah, right. So, the second dance happens very quickly, and then, boom, level 2! Guns and buns!
Command hose.
You got this is to get the map, right?
Yes.
The map,
Okay.
The map.
And meanwhile, we have a pretty bad cover of White Rabbit by Jefferson Airplane.
Yeah,
Correct.
He kind of ekes at you like a bad fart. Like, he goes away and it comes back, and she's like, whoa.
Man, can I just do the beer thing now? Because it's already just like sitting here in front of me teasing me. And I've been teased enough by this movie.
Like,
Oh, no.
I was gonna say, do you want to lead in? But never mind.
I think that is the lead in.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so I had other words to say about this, but what I've got today is from Unibroue Brewing Company out of Chambly, Quebec, Canada. This is La Fin Du Monde.
Well, I like that you were like, Unibroue. And it just reminded me of like one of those weird commercials you would see where like there's 6 or 7 people from Japan running around. There's a lot of bright colors and shapes popping at the screen, and then all of a sudden one of them has a drink and it's got all those little balls in it, and it's like, oh, Unibroue! And then it goes off.
And then Tommy Lee Jones shows up midway through the commercial, like,
Yes.
what the fuck is he doing? And then he takes a swig, smiles, like, what the fuck? This asshole never smiles. It must be good.
Yeah. Unibroue. And he's like, Unibroue.
But But this is a Belgian-style triple ale, or tripel if you're being fancy. 9% ABV. Smells super, not sweet, but it's malty. There's a little bit of banana, a little bit of maybe tobacco.
That's just from like the brewer's cigarette as it's making it. He's like, got this big pot. He's got this giant sticky.
Man, like, this is a really complex beer, and I've had this before, but it's been probably 10 or 15 years ago. This beer is so fucking good. It's, like, top tier in the world fucking good. This is a goddamn good beer.
Is this like an S tier beer?
This is S tier.
Dang, dude.
Yeah. Like,
I want to jump on board and be like, oh, S tier. Yes, that must be the best. But the things that you described, I don't want.
Well, like, it's so, like, I'm just picking out little things here and there. Like, there's no uniform, like, single note that I can say, like, yeah, this beer tastes like that or that.
No, yeah,
like,
I understand.
The most prominent flavor that I'm getting is, like, banana.
Yeah. Whenever you said tobacco, it killed me because have you ever been to a party and left your cup sitting around and then, you know, you got fucked up, weren't paying attention, you pick it back up, someone had put a cigarette in it and you didn't pay attention, you took a drink?
Not that kind of tobacco, like a nice unlit cigar or something like that.
Mm.
Yeah, man, like anybody out there that's listening, get some of this. This is fucking good.
You know what else is good, man?
Not this movie.
The next scene, they had me. I was hooked for the next scene when she starts like dancing, and then the Titanfall bunny bot drops in, and he gives her some.
That's Diva from Overwatch.
Bro, Titanfall first.
Like I was all about that specific win.
Oh yeah, I guess it would have. Anyway, we're in Steampunk World War I.
Yes, and if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything.
Thanks, Billy Ray.
Exactly. But this is a fucking cool scene. I was into this bit. Like, they're World War I, and he's like, you think you don't want to shoot these guys because they're people? Don't worry, the film's PG-13, they're robots.
Yeah, it's so weird that they have to, like, dehumanize Nazis. They're Nazis.
Shoot them.
They're not Nazis yet. They are not Nazis yet. This is World War I.
Like, you say it's World War I, but there's, like, stuff from, like, both World Wars kind of floating around in here.
There's shit from age. The lady has an UMP, and the other one has an M4 carbine.
Like, and later on, maybe whatever her name is picks up like a dinner plate, a DP. So,
what?
Yeah,
is that like code for like something?
And
double penetration.
Ass to ass.
25 times. Fuck.
But I mean,
this
is certainly World War I. There are iron crosses instead of swastikas. They are wearing like World War I gear. Also, these soldiers are steam-powered robots, so obviously World War I.
Yeah, and this whole scene, like I've said 3 times now, is bad fucking ass because they're just running through, shooting these people. They have steam effects going on. There's a fucking mech bunny person. There's zeppelins that get exploded. There's actually some pretty cool, interesting combat. I would have enjoyed this movie had, instead of all the other shit, this been an hour 47 of just that. I would have sat down and watched it all.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I could get behind
that. I might be down for that. Yeah.
It could be like Dead Snow 3 or something like that. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I just saw it as Nazi zombies, like from Call of Duty. I was like, I can get it. Let's go.
It was full of just like absurd shit too, like the baby doll took down like a fucking plane with a 1911. Like what the fuck?
Pachoo, and a fucking plane crashes.
And then a fucking zeppelin. Which why don't they make those anymore? Shit, that was so fucking cool.
I will say the sky, like just that skyline of fucking zeppelins everywhere, dropping bombs and shooting machine guns. That looked fucking cool.
It's certainly aesthetic, yeah.
But yeah, she goes in to get the map.
Oh yeah, that dude, straight up Freddy Krueger. Like this shit is literally a nightmare. It's a Krueger with a little umlaut over the U. Krueger.
Yeah.
He's the fucking Rick and Morty version. He's like, I'm gonna get you, bitch.
No. Oh, bitch.
Except you can't say bitch more than like 4 times, or else it makes it rated R.
Yeah, they had to be real careful on that. They kept it PG-13. There is more than suggested rape, literal murder, and a fucking lobotomy to a human being who was innocent.
If they had just gone with it and made it like a good, strong R, I feel like this movie could have been a little bit more than it was.
I guess, but you can't sell an R-rated movie to 14-year-olds, like, legally. That's their audience. Just like that 14-year-old boy who just thinks, like, explosion and tits are cool.
It'll be like the shitty movie that made a lot of money because people bought tickets to see it and snuck into South Park Bigger, Longer, and Uncut.
Oh, yeah. I think when, like, My Big Fat Greek Wedding or something silly like that.
No, it was something we did a review of. I don't remember what it was, but it definitely happened.
Hey,
Yeah,
if anybody remembers, leave it in the comments below.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anyways, so this Freddy Krueger fella, he's got the map, you know, and he poses no threat. He gets smushed immediately, and they run away with it, and they get into like this crazy tussle where everybody's getting stabbed and shot. You know, they have to let off some steam.
But
Thank you.
and then the big bad's like, "Give me the map," and she's like, I'm gonna throw it in the air." And then guess what? Titanfall.
BT out of nowhere.
I've never played Titanfall, but I assume you're right, because that's exactly what happens.
At this point, I had in my notes, I did not see that coming.
Ah.
And God, this shit is dumb.
I did not see that coming.
You are right for the 3rd time.
So then they jump on the back of this robot, and it's like, rocket boost! And fucking the main character, not Cameron Diaz, is literally right next to these rockets that would just be immensely hot, and she's like, whatever, look at me! And then the dance is over.
It doesn't matter, it's in her brain.
Listen, my fantasies have more rules than this.
Well, fantasy's over. Back to the hub world. Map acquired, I guess.
Reality.
Detective Poe Dameron, he's just like creeping around his office or whatever, and he notices the most trivial shit to get this thing going. Like, the girls had taken the map, I guess, traced it, and put it back, and he notices that the little pin had been moved. But why?
There's a hair here. There's no other way it could have gotten here other than her copying that goddamn map.
Exactly.
Maybe he's just a little, OCD or something. We don't know. We don't know what his mental health history is.
It's that mustache.
Is that what gives him his power?
Mm-hmm.
Nah, he's a...
But now they need the next piece, a lighter, and they can only get that from this not fucking Donnie DeVito looking mayor guy.
I had him down as Mayor Jiminy Glick.
Yeah, the mayor comes in, fucking waltzing in with his fur coat and, like, what's her name? Joan Rivers glasses.
He's like some not penguin character.
Yeah. And he comes into, like, a rap song, too, which is real weird because he's an old white guy.
A rap cover of, or remix of, We Are the Champions.
Earlier, I thought they were going to be like, hey, let's do I Want to Break Free by Queen sometime in this movie. But no, they choose 2 other random songs that have nothing to do with the theme of the movie, all jammed in another song just to make it fucking weird. I don't know.
I think they were really hoping that they'd make some money back on, like, soundtrack sales.
Yeah, but it's like, hey, which song should we play? Yes.
Was it Busta Rhymes that did the Pimp Your Ride?
That was Exhibit.
Imagine Exhibit was approached and he's like, hey, I heard y'all like songs, so I put this song in another song and then jammed it in an even worse song.
I jammed a jam in this jam, you know?
Click,
but
click.
Speaking
boom.
of that, she starts doing her little dancey twirl thing again for the mayor. And we get another music video, this time for a pretty mediocre cover of the Stooges' Search and Destroy.
Absolutely. Yep. Level 3, Iggy Pop and Bombs Drop.
Bombs on Isengard. Okay? I'd look down, I was like, what did we Lord of the Rings fucking rolling? What's happening here? And then sure enough.
This is definitely a kill the orcs, slay the orcs, destroy the orcs kind of situation.
I had that down too, like the gal stumbled upon a Lord of the Rings set.
Yes.
And instead of gold, we have what is it even supposed to be? Like 2 flints?
A dragon's crystallized flame sack.
I don't fucking know. Like what? I'm sorry, guys.
This is some bullshit side quest. Give it that.
But fuck these people. They literally murdered that baby dragon.
Yeah, that dragon did nothing wrong.
And the mother. Like, she was legitimately sad, heartbroken that they did this, and she rightfully wanted revenge, and they're just like, nah.
I kill you too because I'm invincible. Look, I jump over your flames. And this was said by my son, which I was very proud of. Whenever she's like up in the air and there's the fire behind her and she's driving the sword down, he goes, "That looks like a computer wallpaper." And I went, yes, it does.
Like, it's either a wallpaper or that bit from Shrek with the dragon. That's all it was.
Are you saying that she was about to fuck that dragon?
What? If we're going to have to say that, then we'll go with Meatloaf Bat Out of Hell cover.
Oh, no. But she won't do that.
But she would.
This is also one of those times where you get one of those blatantly this film was edited to be PG-13 moments where the chick is on the 50 cal gun and the dragon's trying to get her and she's like, "Come on, and it just stops.
Yeah.
And it lets her mouth it, but that's it.
Yeah.
Oh, she almost said it. I didn't have to cover my ears. I'm good to go.
But did you see how poorly edited that piece was? Because it wasn't they cut just her voice. No, all sound goes.
That in particular is just a drop in the bucket of how all over the place this movie is. Because at the beginning of that vignette, the dude that's in all the bits, the David Carradine fella, he says something like, "Never write a check with your mouth that you can't cash with your ass."
Correct.
Feminism.
Yeah, I think she was supposed to fuck that dragon.
Oh, but she was busy having the one chick fuck the mayor to get his lighter.
It's like task failed successfully.
Yeah. I think really the catalyst for this whole movie is like that sort of kind of vaguely Asian looking girl.
Yeah, so we snap back again, and guess what? They got the lighter, but Donnie DeVito notices something's up. And creepy mustachio Poe from Star Wars comes back here, and he's like, "Look, bitches, I know you're up to something." And guess what? I super know. You know how I know? Because I know.
But his detective skills just, I guess, know no bounds, because the only reason why he finds out about this whole operation is because fucking High School Musical has a breakdown in the dance room. And the Russian lady's just like, "Hey, so what is going on with you twos?" And then Gomez's crotch shows up in the shot. And he's like, "I got you."
And that's it. That's all we know. And then he knows everything. And he's like, "You better cut it out." And they're like, "I guess we gotta cut it out." And she goes, "Nuh-uh. Okay, I guess we'll still do it." And then they gotta steal a knife from the cook, Mr. Chef Potato, in an operation known as Codename Kitchen Knife.
Dang. And this whole thing just had me fucking rolling, because he's over there chopping some salami or some shit, and they start scuffling around trying to get this whole situation taken care of, and he is just baffled of how organized women can be, I guess.
Oh, he's like, "Wow, look at him go while I cut my salami."
Ooh, man, salami sounds so good right now.
We also forgot to mention that Chef Potato is not someone to be pitied later in the film, because he almost rapes a chick over a piece of baking chocolate.
That's
yeah, fucking my girl Jenna Malone, get at me, Jenna, if you're out there. She, like, I guess just tries to take a little square of baking chocolate, not even the whole package, just like a little square, and he's like, "Oh, saw that. Let me rape you," in response.
Look, he straight up rolls up on her. He's like, "Chocolate rape, some state trying up."
But
chocolate rape.
But the main character, Baby Doll, saves her, you know, takes the knife, puts it up to his neck, and is like, "Hey, stop that, please."
Very politely.
Yeah.
He's like, "I guess potatoes."
And now in the next segment, the next little vignette, they have to go back and get the same knife.
This next vignette's like a big train heist, so it's like level 4, lame train and thoughtomobile.
Oh.
I said they fight I Am Robots.
That Will Smith movie?
I Am Robot, yes.
So
Yeah. It's like,
I don't really understand this. They start out on like a moon of Saturn or something.
who none of this matters.
Yeah.
I feel like every time those vignettes start, they're just in an aircraft, and there's just a missed opportunity for Fortunate Son somewhere. And
But you know it would be sung by like the lead, whatever her name is.
so like Fortunate Son a la Evanescence.
Oh.
Oh, wake me up. There's they go in to deactivate this bomb. There's a gunfight. There's some kung fu. There's some sword fu. There's maybe even some gun fu.
Specifically, I like to call it trash. This entire scene, holy shit, this whole sword fight or whatever it's called, it's basically like if Quentin Tarantino was a hack fraud. It's so fucking plasticky and play-doughy. It's a weird thing to say because it's all CG and whatnot. And they're just they're killing all these Google Chrome bots. But
Wait, are you saying that Quentin Tarantino is not a hack fraud?
I mean, he's undefeatable. Huh?
Oh. Get the fuck out of here.
You talking to me or the horse? What the fuck was that?
But the fucking budget must have been running out by this point because this CGI is by far worse than any of the shit before.
It looks like the fucking bad guy from Robots. Anybody? Upgrades, people, upgrades. Anybody?
Yeah. There's a big black hole. So, yeah, I know. Got some time
I don't
wasted.
know anything about what you're talking about, but they have 4 minutes and 15 seconds to deactivate this bomb.
And 4 hours later, they kind of do it.
A mission accomplished. Mission failed. Time for sacrifice of cleavage.
In reality, they've got like this dance going on in the kitchen to try and like seduce or like put the cook into a trance. Meanwhile, their only radio is hooked up to I don't know, like there's
a fray in the wall plug. So like as she's dancing, which I will call into question here shortly. The radio goes in and out, and the chef kind of like wakes up. He's like, "Oi, what's all this then? Stabberoni?"
Potatoes.
Yeah,
Now-
he goes and fucking stabs my girl.
Yep, she is now post Malone.
Oh.
40 minutes. He was sitting on that for 40 minutes. Oh. But like to call into question the whole dance thing. But we get an opportunity to go in and out of this like imagination station or
I
whatever.
bet he'd like an opportunity to go in and out.
Potato.
They go in and out, eh?
Bit of the old ultra violence.
Welly.
Welly.
Oh Christ! But like she's just standing there. She's not even moving. Like what was she doing that was so awe-inspiring?
I'd really
Slowly
like to know because
moving.
we never get to see it.
And grinding
Like,
and moaning.
she there's only one time we get like a little like hint of it, and she's like all shoulders. I'm like, is that what it's all about, ladies?
She's Tina dancing from Bob's Burgers. She's up there like...
But like, does she have a background in dance? Like, what does she do? I really want to know.
The Tina dance. That's it. She's up there like...
And that puts
Like,
these guys
wow.
into a trance?
I mean, when someone humiliates themselves like that, you can't tear your eyes away.
Whatever.
Like, what I've been imagining is that there's just so much blood flowing to their wood that there's none going to their brain and they just, like, can't function.
So you're telling me like all these grown men have never experienced an erection before? They're just like, it's just on some completely different level.
It's mega erection.
Is that the evolved form?
No! So it's like that bit in Austin Powers where random task gets his fucking dick exploded off. It's just too much.
Just pumping.
Gross.
But okay, back on track. The dude's about to get zapped, and the music cuts out, and she's like, "Oh shit!" And he pulls out a knife, and he's like, I'm gonna stab you. And he goes to stab Chick, and instead of helping, she's like, let me close my eyes and finish out this fucking daydream. So she just goes back to dancing.
But that's okay. The way she imagined it, it's much more entertaining. She tries to play the hero. It's like, no, the bomb's gonna explode. Oh, let's stay here. Oh, okay. Nah, it's okay. I'm gonna save the day by myself. Salute.
Salute.
Yeah, and the bomb just goes into the city and blows the whole thing up, which means my girl Rocket is dead.
She's blasting off again.
Damn.
Next thing we know, Blue comes in and is like, what the fuck are you guys doing? I got this gun.
Yeah, and it turns out Snooki over there in the corner ratted them out.
Oh, fucking High School Musical. God damn it.
I didn't think of her as Snooki. I thought her as like Tila Tequila.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. Well, either way, fucking Freddie Mercury comes in fuming.
And it leads extremely quickly, like the Will Ferrell, that estimated quickly, to a threat lecture and fucking executions.
Yeah.
Two.
Yeah,
One
just
right
like-
after another. And they're all just like, oh, then, oh no.
Yeah, like, Amber, I'm gonna shoot you in the head, alright. And we really don't like snitches, so Vanessa Hudgens, I'm gonna shoot you too.
She had
The rest-
some.
Oh, yeah, but I'd rather do Chicago, man. I like Chicago.
How many of them? 3 of them are dead now. There's only 2 left. We got Baby Doll and Sweet Pea.
Yeah, Baby Doll and Tall.
Then we get, like, this little dismiss where he's like, go away, everybody, just go away, you two. You're gonna go and, or you're gonna go show your vagina to the next guy, whatever. Because the big man's coming, whatever, the high spender, big spender, whatever the fuck his name was.
Oh, the High Roller.
High roller is on his
I
page.
thought he was there to do the... I don't know. I
Doesn't
thought
matter.
he was like the, what's it called? The lobotomy doctor or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, technically he is. She's like, okay, well, here we go. What am I gonna do now? He goes, I want to play with my toys. You ain't got a knife no more. Rapey shit. And she's like, I do have a knife. Surprise, motherfucker.
You better call an ambulance, but not for me.
But not for me.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
And, like, in the middle of all this hubbub, the 2 girls, they fashion a makeshift Molotov with all the stuff they have, because they finally got the key and everything. They have all the stuff. Yeah, fetch quest fucking complete. And boy, was that a lot of effort for just a fucking Molotov.
Yeah, to set off a fucking sprinkler system so they could then follow a map to a door, crouch down and hide until someone pulled the fire alarm, which would unlock the things so they could sneak outside.
So,
Yeah.
they needed a map to go out the fucking front door?
Yep.
They needed those items just to pull the fucking fire alarm.
You know what this movie is? It's just that new Harlequin movie made back then.
We call it Birds of Prey
Birds
or
of
whatever.
Prey.
Yep. Yep.
More like turds of prey. God.
Ah, see what you did there with the poops.
I haven't seen it, but I've actually heard good things. I don't know.
That's the actual
Suicide Squad. I heard good things. Check it out.
Watching this movie made me want to join a Suicide Squad.
But they end up sneaking out the door and they're like, well, there's a 5th mystery item. What could it be? It's me. I've got to sacrifice myself. It's not like we can't both walk behind that car and go out the locked door.
Yeah, no kidding. Like, the guy was already walking towards them anyway, like, to go in, so all he had to do was just wait him out.
Or, like, have her do a dance, put them all into a trance, and then just, like, in the meantime, have Sweet Pea unlock the gate. Then, okay, they're all in a trance. I'm gonna scurry out the gate now.
Nope, kick to the bollocks.
Yep.
Instead, I'd rather be lobotomized.
Snap picture of other chick, fake Charlize Theron, going out into freedom while Baby Doll is toted back inside to be lobotomized.
Oh,
And-
no.
Turns out the signature was forged. Shocker. And then she gets
Didn't even
kicked.
look anywhere near like a signature, just like VC. I was like, come on.
Someone spit on the paper and then rubbed ink in it and was like, yep.
This guy's been like coming back and forth forever knows this woman by name. It's like, oh, this is your signature, right? Yep. I'm John Hamm. Okay, here you go.
I am John Hamm. That's just his line.
And here we go, another rapey scene. Fantastic.
But this time it's in reality, and he's like, I'm gonna do bad things to you, and the other orders are like, man, we're kind of over this. All the chicks we wanted to bang, you shot. And he's like, well, I'm gonna get mine. And they're like, I guess. And the police bust in while he's trying to get his, and he's like, no, I wouldn't hurt them, they're my girls. I don't know why I'm Cheech Marin, but I am.
Like, for a minute, I thought you were gonna be like, since like all those ladies were dead, like all the henchmen would be like, boss, all the whores are gone.
What you do? What you do with the whores?
But the cops come in, they grab him up, and they're like, I guess she's peaceful now, you know, and in their head it's like, dance, magic dance, magic dance, magic dance.
Good lord. Like, the ending of this movie is so goddamn contrived. It's like, oh, what was it? Who was supposed to be the, you know, main character of this story? I don't know. Yada, yada, yada. I'm just like, what are you trying to fucking do here, movie? You're not that good. Sit your fucking ass down.
It never even gave Charlize Theron character any fucking screen time. It was always focused on this chick. So, it's about her.
I feel like this is the part where if you're in the movie theater, the lights come on, and Zack Snyder jumps out. Woo! Aren't your expectations subverted? Wow!
And then you throw your fucking popcorn at him?
Yeah. Go away, I'm baiting.
Like, so she's supposed to be the, Sweet Pea is supposed to be like the new main character. You know, she gets out, so it's all good. And she gets out to the bus depot, and who's the bus driver but the old fucking David Carradine looking guy?
Yeah, this movie just goes full
And then by showing him, it's basically the ending of Inception. It's the top spinning.
Yeah, like... And then we get another fucking instance of Bjork's Army of Me.
Oh, is that what it was? As soon as I went to Black Credit, I was just like, done.
Did the same shit, like, yep, that's the movie.
Oh boy. Okay, final summation. What'd you think?
Oh.
I thought it had some cool sets. There is a really cool idea in there somewhere for a car commercial. But...
Oh no, this is the entire thing was just like a Lincoln commercial. Got Matthew McConaughey just over there, just fucking rubbing his fingers together.
Man, I love the way Lincoln feels. And she's dancing.
All right.
I really liked certain pieces. I really did. Like the fucking Nazi zombie bit. I thought that was fucking cool. I was into that. Getting to see this fantasy realm with, you know, the dragons. We're gonna ride a dragon. Other than that, I was just fucking confused and disinterested. And I was like, why is there so much fucking rape in this movie? I don't know. It wasn't for me.
This movie is really pretty. I think it looks really good. I think the tones, the what's the word?
Like the cinematography?
Oh my god.
Cinematography.
I just realized something. This movie isn't about anything on purpose. It's all over the place on purpose. This is a movie for these two guys to show other people to go, hey, we can make whatever kind of movie you want. Look what we did. There's action in there. There's this. There's that. Give us a job. This is shit, but we just wanted you to see what we could do.
That still gives it more purpose than I give it credit for, because this movie's so up its own ass. It's basically the T-1000 melting in that fucking whatever at the end of T2. Like, so far up its ass, it just regurgitates itself.
So it's like the Ouroboros, the constantly consuming, like, I don't know.
Yeah, the Aurora Borealis, you're right.
Yes. But honestly, I think this movie looks really good. I think the, like, tone and, like, the pieces look really good. I think that, like, you're right, there is some kind of idea in there that, if done by someone who knows what they're doing, could be a good movie, but it should be rated R, and there should be titties in it.
But see, I feel like if it had titties, I would feel dirtier. Not like dirtier, but like I'd feel skeezier for having watched it.
Oh,
Yeah.
because they're all like they can't help it. They are not making these choices on their own. Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely. But give it to
sexploitation.
like let somebody like Darren Aronofsky team up with Gaspar Noé and like see what they could do together. Make it like sort of somewhere in between Black Swan and Kids.
I just don't need another movie ending with ass to ass.
Oh,
You don't? Because I do.
Oh no.
What was the name of the director? That's who they should give it to. Is the fucking dude who did Life Aquatic? What's his name?
Wes
Wes
Anderson.
Wes Anderson. Yeah. Just give it to Wes Anderson. You know, you got all these little mixed up characters walking around these mixed up sets, doing mixed up things, and at the end we're like, we're family, right, Bill Murray? And he's like, yes, we are. And he's like, wow. The movie's.
So you're gonna have Owen Wilson as the Poe Dameron character?
Oh god damn. No.
He's a dancer. Bill Murray would be the Poe Dameron. He would be like, I want to play with my toys, Owen Hart. Or Owen Wilson.
Owen Hart.
Oh no, Bill Murray. Oh, he's like, I'll take you back to my private zoo. In my mind, giving credit to Zack Snyder isn't right. This is clearly Tim Burton, Michael Bay joint, and it wasn't for me.
Like, I don't think that it is a good movie. I don't think it's awful. I think it's worth a watch just to see what it is. It's kind of a spectacle.
Well, so is Poop Shotgun, but here we are.
Poop Shotgun.
Boom shotgun! Bum, bum, bum.
On that note, that was Sucker Punch from 2011. If you have any strong feelings about the movie or the podcast, leave it in the comment section below.
Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button too. Make sure you hit the little bell icon down there too, so you know next time we have another one brewing.
Follow us on our social medias. We got that Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Reddit. We got a great administrator constantly pumping out new things for you guys. And if you don't, we'll pump out a poop shotgun for you.